Hello, everyone. Come on in. Dr. Dion Napier with Amplify Vocal Studio. Today, we're going to talk about benefits of vocal fry for opera singers and classical singers. So come on in. If you are new to my channel, I am so glad that you're here. I'm Dr. Dion Napier. I am a contemporary voice coach specifically to professional level opera singers and bel canto voice teachers. And what I help you guys do is to sing contemporary styles without sounding like you on an opera stage, okay? Because that struggle is real. If you come from a classical background, you already know it's not easy to just switch over and have a modern sound without some retraining, okay? And so I am committed to helping you guys do that with confidence. So welcome. What's up on Instagram? I got YouTube down here, so I'm looking at both of y'all. But today I want to talk about benefits of vocal fry. So I made a reel yesterday and I was doing some fry screams, y'all. I get ideas and I just play around. And it was so much fun. And it's been a lot of engagement with it. So I was like, why not talk about vocal fry? So when I was training in academia, I had heard of vocal fry just as one of the vocal registers, but I was never taught about how to use vocal fry in building a voice. Okay, I didn't learn this until I started training in contemporary, but a vocal fry is a vocal register. It's right below your chest voice. And I'm talking specifically to classical singers because sometimes fry is, I won't say it's demonized, but we are made to be afraid of vocal fry, like it's harmful and stuff like that. I don't know where that comes from, but vocal fry is not harmful. Vocal fry is natural. It's God-given, and nothing that God gave you is going to inherently hurt you. Now, yes, you can abuse and misuse anything, but inherently fry is not harmful. So I want y'all to just be free. Don't be afraid, okay? So the way you can find fry, you can just go, you hear that gravelly kind of texture? That's when you hit vocal fry, okay? And it sounds kind of harsh. It sounds like you're probably damaging or doing something. Yes, Isaiah, be free. But really, the chords are just gently closing on the thin inner layer, and so there's no harm being done there, okay? So I want to talk about the value or benefits of vocal fry, and I'm looking at my notes. So one value or benefit is that it's going to help vocal fatigue. Okay, I have voice teachers that I work with, and they tell me they do their vocal fry in their warm-ups as a part of their exercises, even before they teach. And they tell me that they can feel the difference on the days that they do the vocal fry versus the days that they don't. The days that they skip the fry, the voice, the larynx is feeling tired. You know what I'm saying? They're speaking heavier. And so vocal fry is going to really set you up for stamina to be able to go through your teaching day when you're doing a lot of talking or voice use without feeling that fatigue. So that's one benefit. Another benefit of vocal fry is that it is a solution for breathiness. So if you or your students are struggling with breathy tone, right, too much air coming through, the cords are not closing fully, vocal fry is a fantastic strategy to get those inner edges closed so that they can phonate and it not be breathy. Okay, so voice teachers, that's a tip for you guys. Some vocal fry will help with breathiness. Another value of vocal fry is that it's a tool to build chest voice, and this is how I have used it kind of for myself, but more so for my classical sopranos that are trying to cross over and sing modern music, and their chest voice is just non-existent because they were not able to use it in opera, or there was no place really for it in the operatic tradition. And so now they are crossing over to sing commercial music, and it's like, where my chest voice at, you know? And so we have to rebuild those chest coordinations, and one fantastic strategy to use is vocal fry. That's a little too low. And you can do anything. You can do 5-tone scales. You can do single pitches, anything. It doesn't matter. So I just do a single pitch. I'm going to keep it real simple. So if it's a soprano comes in and she's trying to sing this pitch and it's breathy, not a lot of tone. have her to do the fry. And just sustain it. Then take it up. And y'all, it's really relaxing. You know, like I said, it's natural. It's a primal sound. You made these sounds when you were a kid just playing around. You even make them now sometimes when you're speaking and you're like, I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? You hear how that fry just came out naturally and I wasn't even thinking about it? So you're already doing it, okay? So I don't want you to overthink it. It's very, very natural. If you need a little launch pad to get into it, you can imitate Britney Spears singing oh baby, baby. I don't know if that's the pitch she starts, but just that little intro to that song that you may be familiar with, you can just use that and imitate that to connect with the fry. Oh baby, baby. That's one strategy. Another strategy is Elmer Fudd. Now I don't do his imitation really good where he says "Ooey wabbits." I suck at it. But if you go YouTube Elmer Fudd, when he's saying "screwy wabbits," you'll hear that fry texture in there. That's all it is, okay? So I'm just giving you strategies and ways that you can help your students to get into this vocal fry, because it's excellent to start rebuilding chest voice coordinations. Okay. Another value tip around vocal fry, it improves vocal agility. And this is what I discovered. So I come from classical background, of course, and I was a coloratura soprano. So I did a lot of staccato work because there were a lot of fioratura, a lot of melismas, a lot of fast moving passages. And so my teacher had me to stick with that staccato. And I'm really glad that she did that. And what I discovered is that, y'all hear that fry that just came out? What I discovered, it just came out naturally. So what I discovered is that vocal fry is like a contemporary alternative to staccato because it's working just those inner edges. That's your staccato in classical or contemporary too, but that's staccato. And then in contemporary, it's kind of high, but just those inner edges coming together. So it's excellent. We call it edge work. It's excellent for strengthening the inner edges and also improving your vocal agility. Okay, because when you're doing agility and runs, you can't take a whole lot of weight up through there. You're gonna get choked out. The runs have to be quick, they have to be clean, and they need to be kind of light and delicate. Okay. Let's see what else about vocal fry. Another benefit, it's going to give your sound a precision and a ping without you working hard to sound more powerful. And this is really important for classical singers that are trying to get this power pack sound coming from classical, but all you know to do is like flip over into this head voice. You're trying to make your sound louder, but it's still not the right aesthetic for a contemporary modern sound. Vocal fry, in addition to pharyngeal resonance, is what you need to get that more power pack sound. It's not the resonance only. Now, the resonance is a big part of it, and I talk about that extensively. The pharyngeal resonance, that whiny quality, not the head voice emphasized. That is a more classical aesthetic. In modern contemporary sound, we want to emphasize that pharyngeal a little bit more and put it into the mix or the blend. In addition to that resonance emphasis, you want to also emphasize and strengthen the vocal cord muscles to get that refined cord closure, which is perceived by your listener as precise and pingy and sharp and powerful. Okay, so this is something that we, coming from classical, really need to lean into, because yes, our chords come together when we sing classical music, but it's not the same sound as when you are singing contemporary style. There is a difference. It can't just be yes, my chords are coming together, but that don't sound contemporary. That sounds classical. Contemporary, you hear that? Those chords are catching on the end. It's not I'm not starting the onset. I'm not onsetting that phrase with breath. E, okay? And so I'm able to do that because I've worked vocal fry a lot, okay? And so now I can switch off. And you can do the same thing too. You just got to learn how to do vocal fry. Okay, hold on. Somebody's got I don't know what this is. Somebody's requesting to join. I don't accept requests to join. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you, I don't know who you are. So if you have a question, you can drop them in the comments, but I'm not accepting requests to join. Okay, so I'm going to keep on going. So that's another benefit. It's going to give you that refined chord closure and that pingier sound. Thank you guys for the hearts. I see you all who are here. I see you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. I see you all. Thank you for being here with me. Let's see. What's another one? Vocal fry, y'all, is also used in vocal therapy. This is why it trips me out when people are afraid of vocal fry or they feel like vocal fry is damaging. Like, it's a therapeutic strategy. When you damage your voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, they use vocal fry to help rehab the voice. So I don't understand. But anyway, vocal fry is used in vocal therapy. So when you're doing it as a warm-up and incorporating it into your singing and warm-up routine, you're also incorporating a therapeutic approach, which is always great. Okay. Let me see what else about vocal fry. Two other things. One other value of vocal fry is that it is going to help you bridge seamlessly between registers. So when we talk about bridging and passaggio, one big issue is that you're coming up right on that bridge. It's a lot of air pressure. You're singing too loud. And then when you got to transition into an upper register or a higher register, you typically flip into a head voice or flip into a breathy tone, and you don't want that. The reason that's happening is because you're trying to take up too much vocal cord mass through those bridges when they have to thin out. So remember what I told you, help you to bridge seamlessly. It's going to train your muscles how to smoothly trade off so you can transition without the cracks and the flips. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so did I have an example? So an example, because I'm doing a lot of talking, I like to show y'all. So you can do a 5-tone scale. You can do anything. Now this is going to sound probably like it's hurting the voice, but it's not. Just relax and just, that's all you got to do. Okay, so you can do, now, in my voice, I'm coming up on my bridge, okay? And many of you females, you would start feeling that breath pressure build and get close to that A4 where you flip. Vocal fry is going to help you to not do that. Now, it's important also to not slam the chords together because that is damaging. This fry is just a gentle, moderate coming together of the chords. So don't push it. It should feel really lazy and really groggy. And for you classical singers, it's probably going to feel like you're not doing enough, like you're not working hard enough, but it's gentle. It's not a lot of work. So let's keep going. Here's my bridge right here. Last one. And that was over the bridge. Okay, so it's a strategy to help with bridging. And the final benefit, there are probably more, but this is the last one that I wrote down. It's going to help you with dynamic control again, so you're not abruptly going from soft to loud, right? But you've got nuance. You can do crescendos, decrescendos, and you have control over the dynamic that you're putting forth. It's not just one or the other. Vocal fry is going to help you do that. What's up, Mia? So I see a question. Somebody said, any advice for a male tenor for increasing projecting, having more power? Yeah, there are ways that you can do that. Mr. Wells, DS Wells. The main way that I talk about for classical singers that are transitioning from opera back to pharyngeal resonance. Now, for male voices coming from classical into little bit different. My females have to work a little bit harder at that, but for guys, especially tenors, in your mix, I'll just put it like that. So basically all you have to do is change the shape of your vocal tract to get a more commercial sound. But if you're just struggling, I don't know, maybe you're a young tenor, I don't know. I work with professional levels who have usually graduated from academia and that are working professionally. So their technique and their voice is already hooked up. They're just trying to learn how to expand their skill set and sound more contemporary, more modern, less outdated. But if you are a young tenor male, I would say the first thing you want to do is just strengthen your head voice tones. You got to get that together first. Make sure your head voice is solid, and then play around with different ratios of pharyngeal resonance. When I say pharyngeal resonance, that is that whiny crybaby quality. Wah! 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 It's that. Okay, so you want to play around with adding that into your head voice tones and your chest voice tones. And then also for you as a male, the vocal tract shaping. When I say vocal tract, I just mean your vowel. So in classical, the vowels are tall and round. In contemporary, it's more this way. Okay, and I'm not singing loud, but you want to change the vocal tract. So those are ways that can help you get the sound that you want. Okay, I don't like to go over 15 minutes. I'm at 16, but I'll take y'all's questions. Other questions about Vocal Fry. I really just wanted to come on here and just promote Vocal Fry. Y'all do it. Vocal Fry is fantastic, and it's going to help you get to many of your vocal goals. You know, it's a lighter vocal cord connection. Don't be afraid of light. Remember, light and right is better than strong and wrong. Don't be out there blowing your voice out trying to be powerful, but then you don't know how to use your instrument, y'all. Like, come on, let's develop the instrument right. Okay, I don't see anybody on YouTube. Any questions over here on Instagram before I hop off? Was that clear? I felt like there was another question while I was talking. Irem said, she said, I'd like a one-on-one to achieve a contemporary approach in my singing. Okay, we can talk in the DMs. I think we were already talking. We can continue chatting in the DMs about ways that I support singers. Let's see. Thank you for being here, Irem. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name wrong, but I see you. Let's see. There was someone else, a gentleman, I think. Sang Isaiah says, what is your opinion on voices consistently speaking in the Vocal Fry register? Yeah, it's not designed for you to consistently do that. You know, it's not designed for that. Most people speak in their chest voice. You know, that's like when you start out as that's another thing I would say. When we start out as children and stuff, we speak in this chest voice region. You know what I'm saying? We're not speaking in the head voice. A lot of, and Isaiah, I'm going to get to your question, but that question just reminded me what I want to hit, a misconception. Like many of us in academia were taught like speaking in your chest voice is harmful, especially ladies, you know. And so they want you to speak in this fake manufactured Western European style, whatever head voice speaking up here, and we want to protect our voice. Y'all, that is so bogus. Don't do that. Do not do that. It's not necessary. Okay, remember, your chest voice and even your fry register is God-given. Nothing that God gave you is inherently going to be harmful. Okay, you were speaking in your chest voice before you got into the university and learned anything about Western classical. And your voice was fine. So let's use our logic and don't let that academic indoctrination try to change your voice and change your identity. Because again, your voice and identity are the same. I didn't get on here to talk about that, but saying Isaiah, thank you, because I have issues with that. So yeah, as far as my opinion on consistently speaking in fry, I wouldn't recommend it because that's not natural for most people. Most of us speak in our chest voice. You know, we speak in a chest voice. And so that's what I would recommend. Like I said, anything can be misused and abused. And if so, it can lead to issues or injury. But as far as using fry for building vocal technique, using fry for style options, it's fine. And it's not going to be harmful to you. Thank you for that question. Anybody else before I hop off? Somebody said, thank you for your response to my question. Intermediate tenor here with the vocal coach. Any advice for where to find professional? Okay, this is the same guy that was asking. I don't know if you just posted this or if you posted it early. Intermediate level tenor with the vocal coach. Any advice for where to find professional? I don't know. I mean, there are coaches everywhere. Off the top of my head, because I don't work with intermediate, I work with advanced only. I would say 1108 Vocal Studio. That's my personal coach, Sophie Joel. She has a team of coaches. They're fantastic. You can try them. You can try Singing Success with Brett Manning and his team. These are Nashville coaches. That's who I trained under, Sophie, and I use Brett Manning's system as well. They're both fantastic. Also, Kurt Wolf, I think he is in New York. He is a fantastic coach. So I would say maybe start with them. All of those coaches offer online support. So you can do online lessons if you're not in their local area. So those would be the ones I would recommend. Hey, Eric. Hey, Aisha. I'm so glad y'all are here. What's up? Vocalist work. Okay, I don't understand what you're saying, but we at 21 minutes, so I've got to hop. But you can message me on Instagram if other questions come up. You're so welcome, Isaiah. If other questions come up about Vocal Fry, if you have questions about working together, I have a few ways that I work with singers. But again, I am only serving professional level opera singers, bel canto voice teachers, and professional musical theater singers as well, because many of you all MT singers have had classical training and exposure, and so you have enough foundation where I can help you level up as well. So if that's you, shoot me a DM and we can talk about ways to partner together. All right, y'all have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.